Welcome back to my InvestEngine portfolio update for my stocks and shares ISA this year. Already now in the month of August, I cannot believe how quick this year has gone. It's been a busy few weeks in the stock market because you would have seen a lot of those earnings come out, and the big companies have shown what they're made of in this current economic environment. And I think it's fair to say it's been a mixed bag, but also we did have one big bit of news come out of the US at the moment. We had Fitch, which is one of the major credit rating agencies. So you have Fitch, you have Standard & Poor's or S&P, and then Moody's. Now, Fitch downgraded the US from a AAA rating, which is about as high as you can get, to AA+, and they cited a few different reasons. Now, that did send the stock market into a bit of a spiral, and I think short-term traders love news like this where they can get any excuse to make a bit of money. Does this really affect anyone in the long term? No, certainly from an investor, from my perspective, I really couldn't care less. If anything, it feels like a bit of a marketing for themselves. It kind of bumps them up in the news cycle, and now everyone's kind of wondering, who is this Fitch company? I thought there was only Abercrombie and Fitch, but hey. Now, an interesting point, you might think, okay, well, why does credit rating matter? Well, just from a commercial side, there are only actually 2 companies in the whole world who have a AAA rating. Lots of others have higher ratings as well, like AA+, but there are 2 at the moment. Many of you will probably guess who they are, actually. I'm sure the bright-eyed among you will know. That's Johnson & Johnson and Microsoft. They are the 2 companies in the world who have a AAA credit rating, which means as good as you can get. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they can't go bust. It just means that they're secure from a perspective of that they're not really going to go bust anytime soon. Now, just briefly, I won't cover all of the different earnings, so I think it's kind of a waste of the time. But really, if we just look at some of the big companies that have just reported this week and the last couple of weeks, we've seen Apple, which is kind of flattish, kind of reporting down at the moment. By the time this video goes out, we'll see how that one goes on Friday. Amazon's seen a huge jump. I mean, that's gone up nearly 10%, which is crazy when you think it's already such a massive company. We have Meta, which has been up. PayPal surprisingly went down quite a lot. Kind of mixed results there. Google were up. That was a couple of weeks ago now. Now, the good thing is, as an index fund investor, like most of you will be out there, you have all of these companies in your portfolio. So you don't have to worry if one goes down and one goes up. Really, all of this is for those individual stock traders. And I do have some of these individual stocks in my other account, but it's quite interesting to think that you don't have to worry about any of that. As an index fund investor, you own all of these companies at market weight, which is pretty nice. Anyway, let's jump into the portfolio now. I will put this up on screen so I can jump right now into what I call Toby's world. Now, this is my portfolio, which is pretty much just a global portfolio, but it's made up of 4 different ETFs. And I've done that really just to, firstly, to play around with the platform, and secondly, to really see if I can reduce those ongoing costs as much as possible. I do have, if you are interested, both of these portfolios, and they will be shared. There are links in the description so you can actually have a look at them if you are an InvestEngine customer or you're thinking of becoming an InvestEngine customer. For example, you can go to Index and Chill, and this is just a single ETF. If you ever want just a single ETF to cover the world, go and live your life and just invest regularly into, this could be an option for you. Now, I'll go back into Toby's world. I've just deposited my £1,000 and this has been invested yesterday, which is nice to see. And on this graph, you will see the black points are where I've actually put money into the account. That's when it goes up with those blue lines. And the black little dots are where my money actually got invested. So overall at the moment, as you can see, we are up over 5%, which is quite nice to see. £337 of that total 9,349, which is quite nice. We've had a pretty good start to the year. I'm sure many of you would have seen lots of the headlines and the stock market actually going up for a change, which definitely makes a big change from what we've had to deal with over the past couple of years or 18 months or so. Now, if I actually look at the account and see what's making those big moves, no surprise really, the US is kind of on a bit of a tear at the moment. The S&P 500, which makes up the biggest weighting because it is the biggest stock market in the world, is actually up over 8% here at over £300. Just a few days ago, all of these ETFs were actually in the green, and I was thinking, I can't wait to make my next portfolio update and show everything in the green. But in reality, I don't really care because as a long-term investor, I'd rather see those prices be lower. But as you can see here, S&P 500 on a bit of a tear at the moment, could kind of continues its domination. Where this will go in the future, nobody knows. The next one up is that developed Europe fund, excluding UK. I've excluded the UK because I do have the FTSE 100 as another option there. But as you can see, this one, not a huge amount going on at the moment. You can see all of my purchases there. Now, as a long-term investor, I will say it quite often, but I'm not bothered about those short-term fluctuations. And the reason I do these portfolio updates is to really, especially for newer investors, to kind of show you the ride that you will go on as an investor, that you kind of have to get used to it. And if anything, you need to be just as happy seeing your portfolio go red as you might be seeing your portfolio go green. But you kind of have to get used to that over the long term. Now, just going down here on the weighting, so making up a smaller portion of the portfolio is emerging markets. You can always see the ticker symbols here in the top left. This is VFEG, so it's Vanguard's emerging market funds. Again, it hasn't really done a huge amount, hasn't gone anywhere particularly, but lots of people are betting on the emerging markets to really deliver value and deliver gains over the long term. As you can imagine, you've got India and China, two of the most populous places on the entire planet, which you would hope then would grow over many years. And finally, the FTSE 100 kind of letting us down. It was green for a short period. VUKG, which is Vanguard's FTSE 100 fund. Again, all of the ETFs I have in this platform automatically reinvest any dividends. There are versions of all of these ETFs which can pay a dividend, and whether that's because you like to manually reinvest them yourselves, you can do that, or you can automatically reinvest everything using the InvestEngine platform, which is really nice. So it all depends maybe how you like that, if you potentially did want to take some income from these investments, or if you just like seeing that money go in and you'd prefer to manually reinvest it. That's really all up to you. Pretty much staying flat, I guess. The FTSE 100 is not the most exciting place to be. As you will know, it doesn't necessarily reflect the UK economy, although the UK economy isn't particularly hot right now. But it really is a stable group of companies, mostly dividend paying ones, but they do trade all around the world. Now, just something I mentioned briefly before of how I invest. Now, I'm using kind of the dollar cost average or pound cost average strategy. So at the moment, I'm putting in £1,000 every month. And I would like to eventually max out my stocks and shares ISA for this tax year, which goes obviously to the end of March 2024. Now, at the moment, InvestEngine is running a competition for anyone who starts a savings plan in the month of August. And you can start a savings plan from as little as £10, and you can run that one up as much as you like. You can invest whatever kind of period you like. I've chose monthly, but you actually might like to use weekly, for example, depending on how you get paid. Set that up, let that take care of itself all in the background, and get that automatically invested into your account. Do check all the terms and conditions, but I will leave that one up on screen now. So go ahead and get yourself entered into that one. Make sure you do check all the terms and conditions, but you can start a savings plan from as little as £10. So it'd be quite nice to get £1,000 back from that one. That would be a pretty nice return on investment. Then also still going on at the moment, don't forget you can sign up to InvestEngine as a brand new customer, and there is still that new customer offer of getting £25 free once you deposit £100 in your account. Again, other terms and conditions apply. Make sure you click through on that link below in the description to make sure you can get your cash. But that's a really nice way to get your investment started off. Big thanks to all the people who already have been using that link. It does help support the channel. And I guess lots of people are starting investing now because the weather is just rubbish outside, so there's nothing better to do. But anyway, really great to see people getting started investing. Let me know how you're getting on in the comments. So there we go for another month's update, and I'll just leave on screen now my complete portfolio, valued at £9,349.79. Every little helps. No doubt by the time I film this video as well, and actually if I leave it a couple of days, everything could change. So we'll just see how this one goes and how the stock market goes. But do let me know again how you're getting on yourself. In fact, because I'm recording this live, you will see the values are changing because these ETFs will change throughout the day, which is quite interesting. So developed Europe, excluding UK, is now in the green. We can all celebrate. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Drop me a like, it really does help out the channel. And also let me know in the comments below how you're getting on this month. Anyway, as always, happy investing.